AI just tripled a company's revenue, beat humans at emotional intelligence, shook up the music industry, and brought your old photos back to life with one sentence. But before we get into the headlines making waves in Silicon Valley, let's talk about something far more personal. Skin. At the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, a team of engineers has developed a groundbreaking soft robotic skin that doesn't just detect damage, it heals itself. Inspired by human biology, this artificial skin mimics the layered structure of real skin, with separate layers for sensing, support, and regeneration. What makes it revolutionary isn't just the materials, it's the intelligence baked in. Flexible piezoresistive and capacitive sensors embedded in the soft polymer allow the skin to detect pressure, strain, and even pinpoint small tears in real time. Once damage is detected, the system triggers a localized response. Embedded microcontrollers activate heating through the material's own circuitry, melting a thermoplastic elastomer at the core. This seals the rupture, restoring structure and function, all without human intervention. The healing process doesn't sacrifice flexibility either. The material uses advanced hydrogels that retain conductivity and softness even after multiple damage repair cycles, ensuring long-term durability for real-world use. This isn't just a cool trick, it's a blueprint for the future of wearable tech, adaptive prosthetics, and resilient soft robots. The technology could enable a new generation of machines that aren't just reactive, but regenerative. Machines that feel their environment, respond with nuance, and survive damage the way humans do. But as robots gain the ability to repair themselves, a different kind of intelligence is being tested. One that doesn't live in polymers or pressure sensors, but in conversation, empathy, and judgment. And surprisingly, AI is now outperforming us there too. A groundbreaking study out of the University of Geneva and the University of Bern has revealed that AI systems, including GPT-4, Claude 3.5 Haiku, Gemini 1.5 Flash, and DeepSeek V3, are now outperforming humans in emotional intelligence assessments. That's right, machines are beating people at understanding emotions. Researchers tested 6 leading language models on 5 standardized emotional intelligence evaluations, the same ones used in psychology labs and corporate hiring programs. The models were asked to select the most emotionally appropriate response in complex social scenarios, situations that required empathy, ethical reasoning, and conflict resolution. The AI system scored an average of 81%, while human participants averaged just 56%. Even more astonishing, GPT-4 wasn't just a good test taker. When asked to create new emotional intelligence assessments from scratch, something that typically takes researchers years of validation, it generated new tests that were rated as just as reliable, clear, and useful as the originals by a group of 400 human participants. What does this mean? According to the researchers, these aren't just examples of pattern regurgitation. The models are demonstrating a conceptual understanding of emotional dynamics. When to apologize, how to diffuse tension, how to recognize power dynamics, and how to behave with emotional sensitivity. This kind of emotional intelligence could have massive implications. Imagine AI co-pilots that can de-escalate customer complaints, offer mental health support, or assist teachers in understanding student behavior in real time. While these models don't feel emotions, their ability to model emotionally intelligent behavior may be just as valuable, and in some cases, even more consistent than humans. It's a reminder that AI isn't just becoming smarter, it's becoming more human-like in the ways that matter most. And if emotional intelligence is the next frontier for AI, then music might be its next battleground. In a dramatic shift from last year's legal standoff, the world's biggest record labels, Universal, Warner, and Sony, are now deep in negotiations with 2 of AI's most controversial music startups, Udio and Suno. These are the companies that set the internet on fire with viral AI-generated songs that mimicked real artists so convincingly, they triggered billion-dollar lawsuits. But now, rather than fight to the death, the music giants may be ready to deal. The lawsuits filed in 2024 accused both Udio and Suno of using copyrighted recordings to train their generative music models without permission, seeking damages of up to $150,000 per track, which could easily total in the billions. But according to sources familiar with the negotiations, talks are now underway to resolve the litigation in exchange for 2 things: licensing fees and equity stakes. The labels want to get paid not just for past infringements, but for the future of AI music. They're pushing for a licensing framework that compensates artists when their work is used to train models, plus small ownership shares in the companies themselves. In other words, they're looking to turn legal liabilities into long-term revenue streams. What makes this even more interesting is that both negotiations are happening in parallel. And insiders say there's a race between Udio and Suno to be the first to ink a deal. Whoever signs first could gain a massive edge, securing access to the world's most valuable music catalogs and legitimacy in an industry that's still deeply skeptical of AI-generated creativity. This marks a sharp contrast from the Napster era, when labels resisted digital innovation until it was nearly too late. Now they're learning from history. Just like streaming platforms once reshaped the economics of music, AI tools like Udio and Suno may soon do the same, but only if the industry can agree on what fairness looks like in the age of algorithms. While record labels are trying to strike a balance between creativity and control, everyday users are tapping into AI's creative power in a much more personal way, by bringing the past back to life, one photo at a time. That's the promise of Kontext Chat, a new AI platform making waves for its ability to restore and enhance old black and white photographs using nothing more than plain English prompts. The process is as simple as it is powerful. Upload a faded or damaged photo, type a sentence like "add color and remove all scratches," and within seconds you'll see a fully restored, colorized version of the image, ready to download, tweak, and even re-edit as many times as you like. But Kontext isn't just a novelty tool, it's a quiet revolution in personal archiving. Families are using it to preserve generational memories, historians are using it to enhance archival materials, and creators are turning historical images into social media content that feels vivid and new. Unlike traditional photo editing software, there's no need for complex layers or brushes. Kontext Chat understands your intent from a few words and brings it to life using advanced vision language models. Users can iteratively refine the image by submitting new prompts, such as "make the sky more vibrant" or "adjust skin tones to be more natural." The tool leverages multimodal AI to apply highly specific changes to faces, objects, backgrounds, and lighting, all guided by natural language, no tech skills required. While companies like Adobe and Canva are racing to integrate similar features, Kontext Chat stands out for its speed, simplicity, and conversational interface. It's a glimpse into the future of creative tools, where restoring history or generating something entirely new takes nothing more than a sentence and a few seconds of processing. In a world increasingly shaped by generative AI, Kontext shows us something profound. Sometimes, the most powerful applications aren't the loudest. They're the ones that quietly transform our relationship with memory, creativity, and time. Machines that heal. Machines that feel. Machines that create, restore, and remember. This week's breakthroughs show that AI isn't just getting smarter. It's becoming more human in the ways that matter most. And whether it's rebuilding itself like skin, resolving conflict with empathy, composing music, or coloring forgotten memories, one thing is clear. The age of intelligent machines isn't coming, it's already here. Thanks for watching. See you in the future.